Don't give me this video is unavailable. Come on. And...
people can be able to hear this when they...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Streaming live. There we go. All right. Let's refresh this again so I can see the chat. There we go.
I can't see the chat.
Oh, fucking... Oh, I'm going to move the thing here. Get all that shit. Oh, I gotta copy the link. There you go, you got the buzz.
I got the buzz.
Buzz buzzing.
Alright, let's...
Ew.
0 out of 200. How do you get more people?
Only 200 people, the 200 messages? Oh, no, 200 characters you get.
Oh.
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 I saw a smiley face and then 0 out of 200.
Let's move this so we can see if there's people.
One watching
first.
now.
That's us. That's us watching right now.
Oh.
Take an old drinky.
Alright.
Sip up.
Oh, we got 2! Who's in? Someone say something.
Why do I always do that?
I don't know. So
that's my go-to joke. I'm drinking some water. I was like, whoa.
Who are we, when are we starting here?
Let's start things off. We got one other person here. So, oh, fuck, I gotta play that. Oh, it's sneaky. Oh. Let's, the
Alright.
Where's the music? I gotta play the music. I forgot about this completely, and I forgot about this last time, too.
Oh, no. Just put something random on.
No, I'm not. I have the music.
I know. Put one of the random ones on.
No, new intro. Here we go. Here we go. Groove music. Here we go.
A lot of sitting around and waiting.
It's groove music. Windows 10, baby. And... Welcome, everyone, to the second live edition of Inside the PFL.
Raw dog.
Raw dog. Raw dog in it. It's the raw dog inside the PFL.
Raw dog.
You gutter-minded person. I am your former champion. I keep saying champion, even though I'm not anymore. El Zubado. Joe. Joined as I am here, sometimes always, by a perennial guest host, almost normal host at this point, Mario.
I'm slowly taking over. This is my show now.
Don't many hear you say that. Manny's a busy boy. He had to do soccer things tonight, like graduation for a soccer person.
Oh, that's nice.
He told me in Discord.
Very heartwarming. Unfortunately, I'm still gonna take over.
Music's loud. Let me turn it down then. Good to know. All right.
Should we start over then because our one listener couldn't hear?
It'll be fine. So, this was week 8, Mario. It was a very important week, second week of the rematches. We're getting slowly into the end of things here. I gotta ask, how did you feel about week 8 overall?
A lot of good games, a lot of good matches, some awesome upsets that make me laugh real hard.
Isn't it weird that Manny's never here when he loses?
Yeah, right? Suspicious.
That's not fair. He was here at the time that Kyle beat him.
Yeah. But, I don't know. It was a lot of good games, a lot of good times.
A lot of good times. I agree with you. Let's get right into the first one here. It's James getting the +1 over Garrison, which, I gotta say, James will kill anything on his team if it suits him.
I love it.
I
love it.
He loves Explosion. He's used D-Bon before. This one, he decided Gardevoir's at like 89% health, and he's just like, you know what? My boy over there, Marowak, he's got like 38%. I need a little bit more. Let me just get that right back up here. Gardevoir, fuck off.
It was amazing.
And Marowak put in work. That's the thing. That's a good, like, all things considered, that's a good Healing Wish play because of the fact that Marowak is what he needed to...
it was level-headed. It was calced. It was And then, boom, Trick Room was set up. He got it in. Knew the switch was coming. Got the Swords Dance up. Next thing you know, taking out Mons left and right.
Is pretty wonderful, I gotta say. You say calculated. It was a calculated risk. A lot of things, and Garrison said this at the end of his match, a lot of what he did wasn't very calculated in the match. Well, I mean, he said, he did a lot of sacking when he kind of, not necessarily that he didn't need to, but there wasn't a very good answer for Marowak under Trick Room, which is never a place where you want to be, either.
Yeah, when you're staring down the barrel of the Swords Dance Marowak under Trick Room.
Sawed-off Marowak.
Yeah. You are not having the clearest of thought.
Not going to have a fun time.
No.
And he had a chance. He had Jolteon out. He went for the Shadow Ball there. I don't know if Jolteon was Specs. Only did about 68% damage. Probably not, because Jolteon's at, 80 special attack? It's not.
And as much as you want to run Lightning Rod Marowak, you're never going to run Lightning Rod Marowak. Let's be real.
Not when those Rockhead, those Flare Blitzes are.
Yeah,
the problem with Head Smash is it's got 80%. Flare Blitz is 100. Fuck it. You could just start ramming into shit.
Just click it and go.
Which I want to get back to, though, speaking of Rockhead, we got one of the saviors, possibly, for Garrison in the match. And hello, Dan. Welcome to the live edition of Inside the PFL. We're not going to be talking about your game if you're only going to be here for a hot second. You are fifth, so...
Yeah, sorry, bud.
It'll be a bit.
Yeah, maybe we'll move something out of order for him.
All right, we'll move it around. We'll do you versus Sneaky next then, too, because Sneaky was here first. That's true.
All right, fair enough.
Rampardos, completely fucking crippled, paralyzed, parting shotted,
yep.
up against Conkeldurr. James, I mean... In theory, he's waiting for the switch because it's just bulk up.
Yeah.
Could have hit Drain Punch and just...
Took it out.
Didn't bother. And gets crit superpowered, which...
So sad.
Which... He said, I believe in the chat afterwards, his heart sank. It was just oh no.
Yeah,
oh no, dude.
Brutal. Just brutal.
Getting a little greedy there, but he did end up getting the win out. Just for +1, just because I think at the end he did want the clean switch into Alolan Ninetales, which makes sense because of Alolan Ninetales being fast, and even after it being paralyzed, he doesn't want to, take even a neutral Blizzard and Hail with the health that he had left, because he finished the match with 7% health. So just let Silvally die and then come in and it's over.
Yeah.
Classic James. A very classic James match. To show also as well that he doesn't crack under pressure after Conkeldurr gets wiped out.
Yeah. Most people would be moderately tilted.
A crit ruined my match against Gage so bad last season that I lost +5. So these things happen.
Yeah.
Next up, we'll go ahead and do you versus Sneaky, since Sneaky was here first in line. Okay. So, oh no, I already put the order in the chat. Oh, whatever. So. Sneaky gets the +2 over yourself here, Mario, and I gotta say, you played the first, 13 turns of the match pretty much flawlessly. Almost everything was going your way.
Yeah.
You get the HP Ice from Electros to get rid of Lando before it can use a Z-move or anything.
That flinch made me so sad.
I was there.
I know.
You were not feeling that great when the flinch happened, but you did survive, but Electros did what it needed to do. Not only taking out Lando, taking out a good chunk of Tangrowth, too, because you revealed the HP Ice. That's one of the things that I wasn't too happy with Sneaky about, was just sitting there with Tangrowth to take Drain Punches, and then, oh no, HP Ice, there goes 60% of my HP.
Yeah.
Regenerator does help in these matters, too, but pretty much you were doing well up until, and this is designed to be a momentum stopper. You've got Haxorus, one Swords Dance, staring down...
Dragon.
Oh, whatever. Dragon Dance. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Either way. Staring down full health Sock. And you knew, as soon as you saw it, sturdy.
Sturdy band, yeah.
Sturdy band.
Yeah, sturdy band.
Sturdy
I knew.
Sturdy band.
Because Victini was scarfed.
Yep.
He revealed the scarf on Victini when he outsped my scarf user.
Yep, when he outsped Scarf Embor.
Yeah.
So, immediately you got out of there, which was a good thing, but in effect that kind of ended up turning the tide, because Victini comes out, you know it's scarfed, it uses Psychic to get rid of, I believe, Embor.
Yeah.
And then Haxorus comes in, and you let it kill Haxorus. And something else comes in.
Yeah.
and you basically let Victini just keep slamming. Mammo came in to hit. Mammo came in first, to hit knockoff.
I knew it would survive, but I thought knockoff would get the kill.
Right. And
it didn't.
Yeah, Mammo dies, Hax dies.
Damn.
And therein lies the problem of some of this, where Florges was your last mon. You kind of kept it out of the way until the end, pretty much. I think its first appearance was... I agree, completely sneaky. I did not expect Haxorus to take 60% from the psychic there.
I didn't think it would either. So, I was a little peeved.
But that's the only thing, is Florges has the big special D there. You want the big special D to come in and kind of take the heat off a lot of the other mons, and then you'd kind of just set him up to fall, pretty much.
No, I was when I saw Haxorus go down, I don't know.
It was disheartening, though.
I got a little tilted in the beginning.
No, I understand
Victini
as well.
Always gets me frazzled because you don't know what to expect. You know it's going to be scarfed. That's like a dead giveaway. We don't know which scarf it is. Is it going to be mix? Is it going to be special? Is it going to be physical? So I kind of just went, and then I lost. I forgot to put a priority move on.
Oh yeah, you didn't have Ice Shard on Mammo.
Yeah, and that kind of screwed me. And I forgot to put Calm Mind. I switched out Calm Mind for Toxic.
Yeah,
because I thought I was expecting Florges to have to deal with other things like tank growth and other mons that were going to give, kind of stall me out.
Right.
So I figured I might as well put them on a timer if they're going to try to stall me out. But the setup kind of...
Yeah,
I got burned on that.
The match was 55 turns. Starting from turn 20, it was Florges versus Blissey.
Yeah. There was other times when I could have pulled it out of my ass, but...
No, that's the other thing.
It was a good one on your part. I'll give you props to that.
No, I know that while you were there, I didn't think about it until afterwards either, because he only has 8 heal bells, and you have more toxics than that. Yeah. So he probably could have got it out more, and I think the Victini that he had was only special, so I don't know if it would have...
Yeah, I should have just started slamming toxic instead of going for...
There were a lot of... Now, you did a lot of what I did when I had Scrafty up to, where you're at 80% health and you rest, or you synthesis in this case, where you're just trying to...
Well, I knew it was going to be not necessarily a 2-tap, but I knew that, if I didn't build up the momentum of, me versus him, I needed to force him into using his recovery moves.
Right, exactly.
And fun fact, synthesis only has 5 PP. When boosted, it goes to 8 PP. Fun fact. So anytime you can run something else,
do it.
Run something else.
I gotta look at Moonlight now. So
yeah. Always check that. If you can slap on. I know there's certain Pokemon that get synthesis and Roost. Go Roost.
And is that aromatherapy versus Heal Bell? Probably.
Probably. I don't know how many. Yeah, aromatherapy only has 8 as well.
Oh, well, I think Heal Bell only does 2. So there we go.
Yeah. Either way, you'll never really see a match where you need that many.
That's the thing. I mean, and we had 2 this week that were just right down into the mud, which is exactly where I like it.
Yeah. I played well. There was just a moment where I should have...
Lapse in judgment.
Yeah, just...
At least it was not the worst lapse in judgment this week.
Oh, no. No, see, I was so mad about my match being... Because, my match was 3rd, right?
Yes.
And the match before me was a little... frazzly.
It was also, it was Mike getting tilted, too.
Yeah.
So now, the general mood, until I won, until Mitch won, I should say, was generally tiltness.
Yeah, but then, everyone else's upsets were so bad that, I completely forgot that my match even happened. So I thank everybody who, got their shit kicked in this week for making my getting the shit kicked out of me a little less damning.
Let's go, if Dan's even still here, let's go to Dan versus M1 now, then.
No, he's not watching anymore.
Fuck it. Who cares? So...
He'll catch it around at some
whatever.
point.
So, Dan gets the +4 over M1, where I don't want to say... all respect to Dan. He's a good battler. A lot of this was M1 losing, I think. And
I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure it's been said before. It'll be said again. M1 lost harder than Dan won.
Right, essentially. So, a few things going on in there that caused problems. Very early on, throwing Magearna out against Garchomp. I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, that's not a fun time for anybody.
I remember when I had Magirna, being very scared of Garchomp for good reason, because it is faster and it's got Earthquake.
Yeah,
so
and that's not something you want to deal with.
Not where you want to be, especially when he didn't even need to use the Earthquake there, I don't think.
No,
he
could have just clicked Earthquake.
And Magirna would have died.
Yeah. It's not like a tech Earthquake, it's stab Earthquake.
Yeah.
It's your second highest damaging move.
Yeah.
On a monster of a Pokemon.
Magirna is dead as a doornail there.
Literal big butt, not so much defense.
Could have went into Weezing.
Should have went into Weezing.
Should have went into Weezing. You're right. And he...
With that tech HPA.
Gets a Swords Dance right there, and at that point, again, Mon's just falling down. I'm surprised the Weezing... I mean, well, +2 Garchomp is...
+2 Garchomp's a monster.
Where you want to be. No. Because I was going to say Zapdos survived a later one, but that was only at normal after he switched out. So, +2 Outrage, not much has taken that.
So, just real quick. Now, I just want to say this because... I think it was actually last week this was brought up about Lopunny.
Mm-hmm.
Lopunny is a monster. As cool as it is to run Fake Out and Quick Attack for that cleanup, you don't need to run Quick Attack. At what point do you need to be faster? You're what? Base 120 speed or 125?
It's a lot.
Or is it even 130? It might be 130.
It's close. It's around there. I think I remember it being faster when I had Coco against Manny. I'm pretty sure it was faster than Lopunny. It's like 126. 135. I'm wrong. It's faster than Coco.
135. 135. Not often are you going to need Quick Attack.
It's a good tech to have. No,
it's fun.
Manny would fight you on this, I think, but it's a good thing to have. But Dan's team, I think everything that he brought didn't need to get Quick Attack.
No.
Return does, 3 times as much damage almost.
Yeah. It's literally 2.5. It's literally 2.5 times. So... Return just destroys everything, and you're scrappy. You don't need to worry about that stuff.
Yeah, Ghost, not a problem.
When you're looking right at Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir, you hit it with Fake Out. You did, what was it, like 30-something%?
Yeah.
Now you know you're faster.
And you hit the HJK, which at 4 times resists.
Yeah, if anything, you should have just hit Ice Punch and went YOLO.
Probably would have got like a good 50 or 60%.
Yeah, but and then if you survive, well, you didn't survive, but Return obliterates. M1. Manny bullied me into Quick Attack. I'll trust you from now on. I appreciate that.
What? That's what I'm saying. Manny would fight you on the Quick Attack thing, but I know what you're saying to where, unless there's like something
it's a damage thing. If you're like running like setup with Stealth Rocks, you come in, they take the 12%, you hit them with Fake Out, there's another 40%, and then Return can kind of window, or Quick Attack can kind of window a kill there. But it's like, really though, why are you going to have to run Quick Attack? Like, are you worried about something with like 100 speed using the Scarf?
You'd be worried about things with like, things that are faster than you that would be threatening in like a Mach Punch maybe.
Yeah.
And that'd probably be not the only reason, because it's still good to have, but Return is still going to clean up a lot of stuff better than Quick Attack.
Yeah. Like when you're looking at the clean sweep at the end, as a late game sweeper, like Return, just run strain.
Yeah, Ice Punch would have been probably better against
him.
Or switching. Also would have been good.
Or switching. Like, I don't want to be like an asshole, but like, Mega Lopunny's so good.
Didn't you? Oh no, you keep saying Mega Galley is who you want.
Yeah, Mega Galley's a monster as well, but Mega Lopunny is also very good. There's other like fun things you can do like, with him. I don't know. Just one time for me. Run Power Up Punch.
I don't know what's with you and Mike are in love with Power Up Punch.
It's a great move. On Pokemon that can use it.
All Mike fucking talks about is Power Up Punch Miltank. Every time he runs a Miltank set by me, and then ends up with the same fucking...
I do it one time. I run Power Up Punch Miltank one time. Next thing you know, it's the new hotness. Alright? No.
I just say every time Mike brings up a Miltank set, and he always goes back to the Chansey one anyway, because that's a good set.
Yeah. Not everyone can pull out ridiculous, stupid stuff like me.
No. And again, Power Up Punch Miltank is... It's non-stab. What are you really getting out of it, basically?
You need something that benefits. Power Punch, base 40. Not so great. However, it's base 40 when Lopunny uses it, it'll do as much as Fake Out. Now, we all saw how much Fake Out does with Mega Low Punny. It's the same base damage.
Right. Fair enough.
So if you can get that chip, let's say you on a switch.
You get a power-up punch.
You get a power-up punch in, and then you run Quick Attack? Or you just keep clicking return, because not even ghost types?
Hashtag not even ghost types?
Not even ghost types. Everything falls.
And I know that's on... I'm pretty sure that might be on the main set on Smogan right here, since we have it up. It's... oh, yeah.
Yeah, power-up punch.
Return HJK, power-up punch.
And then
Encore.
Fake Out.
He's run Encore once before, I think.
Encore is hilarious.
Encore's great. I love Encore.
But, you know what's also great? Power punch on Low Punny.
Fair enough. You're right.
Power punch on Conkeldurr, power punch on Hitmonchan. Pokemon that can actually use power punch correctly. Pangoro is another one.
Nobody's taking Pangoro, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Thomas took it once? I don't like it. It's too slow.
Yeah, but that's the point. As long as you're not running to a fairy. It's bulky. Whatever.
I don't like it that much.
I don't like it.
I'm going
to draft Scrafty instead.
I do like Scrafty, even though I got rid of it. Either way. Scrafty did well for me.
Alright, we've been on this match for a hot minute. Is there any other points?
That's the, we want to talk about the HJK, we want to talk about Garchomp, Garchomp, crazy.
Yeah. Oh, Garchomp was awesome.
Be scared of it, please.
Garchomp doing his Garchomp stuff.
But going back to, we talked about Mega Gallade for a hot second, and I said, speaking of, about 3 minutes ago. So, Mega Gallade, Murphy over Mike, +2 here. Mega Gallade didn't do too much in the match. Mike was definitely scared of it, but Mike listed out to me like all of the mons that he had to be careful of for his match against Murphy. It was like I gotta prep for Gallade, I gotta prep for Quaggy, I gotta prep for this, that, and the other thing. And Togekiss was either not there or like 6th on the list. So Mike,
if anyone should know how scary Togekiss can be, it should be Mike. After season 2, when I brought the critical hit set, the Super Lux set, and I just crit through his entire team. While still getting flinches.
So, Mike did say he thought Raikou should be enough. Togekiss with the Assault Vest, because Murphy, I'm pretty sure, brought it out against me, too. Togekiss with the Assault Vest
is a monster.
Is not going to take anything. That's why he stayed in against Raikou.
Yeah.
And Mike kept expecting switches. Like 3 or 4 times in that match, he was staring down Togekiss and was hitting an HP, was hitting Willow. It was like I don't know what the fuck he was expecting.
No, yeah, it's just going to sit there. If you don't have a physical electric type, that's the only thing that's going to scare him out.
Pretty much.
Well, when it comes to electric types. Like with Mitch and Electivire.
Yeah.
Like, that's different. If you're looking at like something that's, it's carrying a Z item, it's not gonna, and it can't boost itself. Like, you really shouldn't be that afraid of Raikou.
You could take one, and that's pretty much
that's all you really need.
All you need before you do, you do some damage to Raikou because it can't get it back, and then you get out of there.
Yeah. If anything, Mike did he bring Volt Switch? I don't know if he brought Volt Switch.
He had Z Ghost too, and I wanted him to hit Z Ghost on just while it was there, because while Togekiss was there, I was like, just hit it.
Yeah.
Do some damage to get it out of there. He ended up using it on Rotom, which ended up taking it anyway too, so...
Oh, like a champ.
That's he was also scared
Mike had that clutch Sap Sipper play, though.
He did.
Miltank coming in clutch.
Sap Sipper's a really good ability, and because I think that Grass is very... It's not used very much on its own.
It's a rare offensive type in our league, but it is really gross when pulled off correctly.
Right, and that's, I think that you either know where the grass move is coming, like with me with Mega Sceptile.
Yeah.
Or it's an HP. A lot of people aren't running things like Power Whip or whatever.
No,
so
not generally.
You know that
the league. Have Telmize?
Dan has Telmize?
Cool.
I think. Or Murphy, I forget.
Cool. Either way, cool.
I like Telmize a lot too.
Yeah, it's neat. It's a big old anchor. How come no one freaked out about that like they did with Klinklang? Or with Klefki?
Because an anchor with fucking algae all over it is really cool.
It's cool!
Where the Pokemon itself is the algae on the anchor.
But it's a cute little key. It's adorbs.
The other thing I want to talk about in the match again, Mega Gallade didn't do too much. Mike did burn it, which is what he wanted to do with Arcanine. He brought the bulky special Arcanine, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to do some Willow Wing.
Yeah.
And he didn't because he got glared, which he could have hit. I talked him into hitting Milk Drink, which, whatever. But instead of hitting Heal Bell...
How great was that glare? Did anyone see that coming?
He's been using it, though. That's the
I
thing.
know, but
Glare's really good.
Glare is really good because you can do with the ground types.
No, it's still... No, you can't paralyze ground types.
No, you can glare. You can't...
You can glare... You can glare...
You can glare...
Because it's not an electric move?
It's not an electric move.
Oh.
But you can't glare... You can't glare an electric type.
Oh, my God.
Electric still can't be paralyzed.
Okay.
You can... You can do it. It's like that and poison... Or paralyzed powder or stun powder are the only two... Sunspore, whatever. Yeah. They're the only two moves that can paralyze ground types.
You learn something new every day. Mm-hmm. And glare also 100% accuracy.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we all look at T-Wave and it's like, yeah, whatever, T-Wave. But, you know, sometimes T-Wave misses.
Yeah, you're like,
it's not good.
Oh, glare, so good.
And then Mike had nothing for Quaggy because all of his answers for Quaggy were gone.
Okay, real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Dan, when you tune back in, or, you know, whatever, when you hear this in like 2 years from now, you're like, oh, I'm bored, let's listen to some old Inside the PFLs. You didn't bring Quagsire out for obvious reasons for most of the match. You brought the Unaware set because it's obviously the Unaware set. But you know that if he got Swords Dance up on Scizor, it's going to spell trouble for you.
It's the same kind of principle that I had when I had Scrafty out and I started bulking up. It's like, at that point, Quagsire can't leave.
Yeah. Why did you not bring HP Fire on Quagsire and just... Like, you got the win, you got the kill, but it could have been over like that. You had him trapped. Like, you know Scizzor's there. You know Scizor doesn't have an answer for you. Why do you not just click...
HP, like... I was going to say, I think he still had Acid Spray on there, I'm going to assume. Anyway.
Well...
Also, you called him Dan, it's Murphy.
It is Murphy? Oh, no, I thought we were talking about... Oh, no, Dan's match was over there.
Yep, we already talked about that one. Either way. Because I talked about Dan. Yeah, because I talked about Delmize, which I forget if it was him or Murphy who has it. I can actually check that. Let's go ahead
why don't we do that?
Confirm. I do that a lot, Dan/Murphy. I get you guys confused a lot. I'm sorry. Dan is
contagious.
Dan has Delmize. The thing is, I battled both of them, too. So that's why I'm also confused about it. Okay. Got rid of the notes.
I need my notes. I don't know how to talk without them.
So, yeah, that was that battle. It was basically fishing for crits at the end, and Murphy was the one who got the crits because Mike didn't keep his health up with Roost, which...
Awesome.
You get like 12 or 14 Roosts, so he could have kept going.
Yeah.
No,
but you were right, though. He was like, it was pretty much like out of a TV show.
What Mike was saying was, I need to get a crit.
And then immediately after he said that, he gets the crit.
He gets crit.
Yeah, he gets crit. Like sitcom style, like laugh track should have been had.
Alright, let's figure out where we are here since we moved some stuff around. Next up, it's the big match. The big match on campus. The surprise of the season, where I know we were surprised when Tyler beat Manny last season, but Tyler cheated.
Yeah. This time...
this actually happened.
This one's for real. Alright.
And not for fake.
And not for play.
Shit, close.
Yeah, good enough. Alright. So, I believe now... I did listen to Inside the PFL last week, but I was like skipping through. Didn't Manny say he was going to get the +6?
Oh, yes, he took himself +6 on this one.
Which is hilarious, only because, for one, he lost. But number two, it was, like, that Gengar play could have been
That's the thing, is the look on Mitch's face.
Oh. It was priceless.
He looked like a child being told that Santa Claus is not real.
We were all sitting there just like, it's over. Like, you lose.
Slack-jawed, like, what? He was sitting there, like, after me and look, I was like, what does that mean? And we were saying, you can't do anything. What does that mean?
It's like, you just gotta let him die.
You can't do anything. Chancey has to die.
Oh, God. That was like, and we were like, it's bullying. It was bullying. That was first, like, the first time, the substitute. Oh, that was awesome. Let him get the setup off, and then the sweep happened. Not so much bullying. This time.
This was legitimately when you bring a set specifically to deal with Chansey. Because, Chansey and Momola fucked Manny once before, so he's very angry about that particular combination.
Focus too hard on it.
And that's what happens. So, out comes Mimikyu here. There was a lot of weird shit we could talk about in that match. But, But Mimikyu, where... the people who have had Mimikyu have not really decided. There's been a lot of red card. Thomas ran red card a lot on
That's
Mimikyu.
Dumb. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like eject button, first of all.
No.
Talk about that shit in a second.
No thanks.
But the focus sash, when Mimikyu has its disguise gone, you want to get the fuck rid of it.
Yeah.
So that sash is going to be a factor, and not only that, he allowed Mitch to get 2 swords dances off by switching out, I believe it was Mega Audino after a certain point, because I mean it wasn't going to survive really, but the disguise, I think the disguise was gone.
Yeah, the disguise was gone.
Right. So swords dance up, and Manny calls it. He did a brain dead counter here. Just basically forgot Mimikyu was a ghost, which happens to the best of us. So I just want to talk for a second here because crit plus 4 Shadow Claw did 68% to Registeel.
Yeah.
The fact that it was a crit too. Crits, 2 big crits in this match.
Yeah.
On Mitch's side. Because he gets that, and then Registeel's gone, and then in comes Diggersby. Because it's a normal type, and he has to use Play Rough. So, Earthquake, Sash, Manny goes, up! And then Shadow Claw, or to Play Rough, gone. Does he let one more thing die before Latias comes in, I think?
No, I think at that point.
Okay. Because...
Oh, no, Audino, I think, right? Because it was faster than Audino, and it hits Play Rough.
Yes. So Audino had to die there, and then he... Because Manny had GG at that point. He said he was just like, no, fuck it. But then he remembers he had Sucker Punch on Latias, which is a very... Manny's got some interesting text when it comes to Latias, but I don't know if it's to the detriment of using Latias. There have been a few times where he's wanted to switch it out. I don't know if it's something that Latias isn't gelling on his team necessarily, but it's been weird for him, and he's done things... I mean, Sucker Punch isn't a bad thing to run, because you could do what you did there. You could just stop Mimikyu.
Yeah.
And it was a very, incredibly niche, because there's no way you're going to hit that when his disguise is up, too, so... And there's no way you're going to kill with it if he's at full health, so it was literally for cleanup purposes.
Neutral... No.
Oh, it is neutral, too.
It is neutral, yeah.
Oh, my God. He must have had it for something else.
Yeah.
But Mimikyu did a lot of the work there. There was the weird, you want to talk about a fucking weird set on, maybe it was for Latios.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sucker Punch on Latios. I'd have to see what the fuck his calcs were for that, because Latios was running a really fucking stupid set with Damp Rock Rain Dance.
Yeah.
To help a Swift Swim Armaldo with Eject Button.
It was eject button was the move on it?
No, eject button was the item that it had.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or the item, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
What?
You'd have to ask James that one, because...
Some nonsense.
Why would you ruin your momentum like that, too?
Yeah. Of all the things, of all the moves, yeah.
Not only that, you're not taking advantage of the Swift Swim. I mean, you have Aqua Jet, but, Armaldo's not gonna do a lot under Swift Swim.
He gets no bonus from it. He gets access to water moves, but with no water stab.
Get Quillfish or something, you know?
And with no offensive item, where is your presence?
He was doing 37% with Stone Edges to Mega Audino.
Yeah. Which, Mega Audino's a big boy, but... Come on.
But you're not breaking the Wish barrier at that point, so... It's weird.
That's your stab move, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There was so much weird shit going on in that
Taking
match.
benefit of, the water with, Aqua Jet, but that never came into play.
No, it did crit.
It did crit. That was the other big crit we were talking about.
It crit,
Incineroar.
Yes, which Incineroar was going to cause problems, too, because Scarf Electivire had to choose at that point between hitting Ice Punches and hitting Earthquakes, but once it was gone, and then he managed to get another one on Gengar.
Yeah, we were at this point, just...
Slam Aqua Jets until you're dead.
Yeah.
So he gets the crit, and then he gets another one off on Gengar, enough for it to get in range of an Ice Punch. And then that's all he needed to do, because Electivire under the Scarf, really scary. And it's the... Because I won't say that the counter was the only thing that fucked Manny in that match. It definitely wasn't his doing. The 2 crits were very important that happened.
Yeah, they were major.
But the history books will show that Mitch has a win over Manny.
And Mike.
Mike also has a win over Manny this season.
A couple of them, yeah.
So, and unfortunately, or fortunately, Manny's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
So,
Hilarious.
Because traditionally, I won't go too hard on somebody if I have to tell them to your face, you lost. You dumb motherfucker.
It's like, why do you think he's not here? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, it was soccer. Yeah.
SpaghettiOs. Next up, we got myself over Rob. +4 here. This was a match where anything that could have gone wrong for Rob did.
Yeah.
Barring crits, I think. No crits happened in the match, I don't think.
Not that I can recall.
But basically, and the weird thing is, I told Rob after our first match, hey, what did you have on Sylveon? Because I brought Electrode, specifically with Soundproof, to deal with Sylveon. And Mike kept telling me it wasn't going to work because he's like, Rob has stupid sets. He likes bringing Moonblast. He's not going to bring Hyper Voice. Lo and behold, Soundproof. He did smarten up, though, and bring Wish, which I couldn't beat Sylveon. Well, he brought that last time. He just fucked up the order that he used it in. So, I couldn't get over that hurdle with Electrode, but it still did its work, and I'm a little sad that it couldn't do more, but I mean, Sylveon's a big defense boy, special defense boy, so...
That's what it do.
That is what it do.
I just want to say as well, I have never seen a Minior not run Power Gem.
We talked about this with him after the match, too.
Yeah.
I don't know what his fourth move was.
It was return.
Why return? Return's not even stab!
Dude, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure, now I could be wrong about this, but almost everything that resists flying is also resisted by normal. Or whatever.
Just
resist
about?
normal. So, like, with the exception of electric, rock is resisted by flying and normal, and steel is resisted by flying and normal.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that's the only 3 things that resist flying.
Right, and steel gets taken care of with Earthquake, too, so that's why
Steel
gets that.
Steel and rock get beat by Earthquake.
Right.
Power Gem is for stab and to flex...
Your stab.
Yeah, so you can hit both attack and defense.
That's the other thing. Is Power Gem's special move, I think?
Yeah, but he's still +2. Even with zero investment, because I looked the calcs up as the match was going on after this happened, you were down to, I want to say, like 80% health.
It was like 85, 88-ish. Something around
it was
there.
more than that.
It was. I thought it was like high 80s, 86, I think.
Yeah, it was... I think it was like somewhere around like a 90%, like with minimal... As long as it wasn't like... Yeah,
because I was looking at a weird nature, because I was banking on... Because I was looking at the calcs too, it took me a second. And I was seeing somewhere along the lines of it being a roll to kill me, but you were saying... But I was looking at like a minus attack nature.
Yeah.
Or a minus special attack nature.
But if you do like a minus defense... Like the build that I always see is like a minus defense nature.
Right.
Because once you White Herb up and Shell Smash, and you get that +2... into speed, and you have a base 120 speed, you are now going to be the fastest thing on
super powerful
board.
acrobatics, too.
Yeah, and crazy powerful acrobatics. As long as you're not negative special attack, like the build calls for, that was a guaranteed, like, it was like 95% damage at minimum, like mid-roll.
And I was max invested with Gligar in
and
defense.
Then after that, it was over.
Yeah.
Gligar. Yeah.
Golbat.
I'm pretty sure everything you had left was weak.
Flying a rock was going to cause problems for... Even then, acrobatics would have ruined Feeny.
Yeah.
It would have... Kling would have... Earthquake would have killed it.
Yeah.
I had Magnet Rise, but it wasn't going to help me there. Power Gem would have killed Volcanion. And anything else that I had that was still alive would have been... Like, Electrode wasn't going to survive Earthquake either. So it was all pretty much... If he had that there, it would have been over.
That would have been the sweep.
That would have been it. And...
Sad but true.
Metallica.
Sad Metallica. They're going to be playing somewhere around here soon. Just saying, guys, get your tickets now.
Is it at the casino?
No.
Okay. Why are you shilling for it then?
Yeah, because it's Metallica. Support. So they keep coming back to this area so I can go see them.
Fair enough.
And they're playing down at Penn State in like a couple days.
I haven't been to a concert in about 6 years.
It's sad, I'm sorry.
Well, more than that.
I'm sorry, but it'll be okay. Remember that time we saw Weird Al?
3 concerts in my life.
Remember that?
2 of them were Weird Al.
Remember that time we saw Weird Al together? Kinda?
We were there at the same time?
Yeah, remember that? That was fun.
Mr. Science Theater Live is in like 2 weeks. Do you want to go to that?
Maybe.
If there's tickets available?
Maybe, if
All
there's
right.
time. Anyways, moving on. Sorry, Rob. You did well. I've just never seen a set with the Power Gem. I'm sorry.
There are little things that Rob doesn't do, which end up... Because the thing is, again, Rob's not playing badly.
No, I don't. They're of all the matches we've had, so out of 7 matches that he's played because of the bye week, there was only like maybe 1 or 2 moments where I was like, "What?" But then like everything else, it's just Rob playing well, and just something bad happens.
So,
like he's not bad. He doesn't play bad. He just can't connect.
Right.
Sometimes that happens. You figure if you go in with 2 nearly equally skilled battlers, it's usually the teams that are... Yeah, it's usually... It's just Rob has the bad coin flip at this point. It's what it comes down to.
And he's got in a division where everybody's super competitive.
Yeah.
So, next up... Oh my god, I don't want to talk about this one. Not just because Thomas won. And you are the best sneaky currently, that's right. You bastard.
Yeah, I remember when I was the best. Like, week
3-0, yeah. At one point, the last person who was undefeated.
Yeah.
Thomas gets the win over Tristan +1. Mario, you were angrier about this than I was, possibly. I know that after the match, my biggest takeaway was, why is Tristan playing so passively with Clefable?
Oh, I'm gonna fucking get so mad. Thomas, I love you to death, but you got a lucky win here. God damn it, Tristan! You were the one who knocked me out of playoffs last season! You're supposed to be better than this! It's hot garbage! All of that was just garbage! Oh my god! Oh my god! Clefable is one of the scariest people in our league. Before Gen 7 came out, when it was still Gen 6, Clefable was the #1 scariest Pokemon in the league.
Wish after wish after wish at 88%!
And you know what followed every one of those wishes?
A Protect!
Fucking Protect. I don't mean to curse, but... Hot damn.
I swear all the time, dude.
I'm just fucking... Oh my god, that Clefable.
Does not matter.
Just a little bit. Call on the switches. Just a little bit. Just playing slightly more aggressive. If you were just flip-flopping between the two, Thomas was playing super safe as well. You could have read that. You had... You're looking down... Banded Hitmonchan, and what I could only imagine was Specs. Yeah, it had to have been Specs, because he struggled.
Yeah.
And Specs Volcarona. Obviously obvious. Volcarona comes in, you should have switched.
Well, the thing is, you have to play around that, too, because once he's locked in, and they offset each other very well. Yeah. Because as soon as...
That's what I'm trying to say. As soon as Volcarona comes in, Snorlax comes in. Boom! Now you're gonna special D wall his ass. Then he's gonna switch.
To go to Hitmonchan.
You hit the return or the headbutt or whatever move. It was return, right? Yeah. It was return. And you smack that. Next thing you know, oh no! So now you know. Here comes Banded Drain Punch. Double back in a Clefable. Hit Moonblast. At one point, I know Volcarona is bulky and it resists it, but at one point, Volcarona had like 17%.
13% health, and the previous Moonblast did 18. Yeah. So resisted hit. Gone.
And then boom, problem solved.
And he hits.
He has one move to decide what he's going to do against you. Was it going to beat Snorlax and Clefable? No, probably not. There was your answer. There was your win. When you go back in the archives and you listen to this shit, just know how angry I am. I'm happy Thomas got a win finally, but Clefable is a beast. You're better than this, man.
And I believe it wins the title for the longest game in the history of the league at 75 turns. I'd have to have Manny fact check that for me, but I talked to Mike about it. We had a game in Season 2 that is famous of Slobo versus Suicune. That lasted about... lasted a good 72
I think
turns.
I brought that up earlier.
You did, yeah.
In week 2 or something like that when I was on here. Yeah, it was like it might have been like 70 turns or something.
It was a lot, and just because I refused to give Mike, there was you
needed the plus.
Yeah, there was a lot of refusal to just like end the match this week.
Not happening, and that's fair. I did the same thing, but I didn't play it as well as I could have. God damn it! I'm not salty. It's fine.
The final game this week here is Kyle getting the +3 over Gage. Happened on Thursday, the late game here. The big takeaway I had from this one is everybody's been so scared of Mega Banette as the equalizer, essentially, when we forget. Mega Banette has 165 attack, which is larger, I believe. I want to say it's bigger than Mega Scizor. It is.
Yeah, it's. I want to say it's in the top
second or third. Like Mega Mewtwo X is like 190. Yeah, I think Mega
Rayquaza is like 175.
Mega Heracross is 180 and Kartana is 181. So that's like the class that we're talking about here.
Yeah, and then you have Mega Bayonet.
Because those Shadow Sneaks with the low base power still gonna do a lot.
Yeah, at 165, it's gonna do a lot.
You don't even fucking you could just run Adamant if you want. You could just run full.
It probably was Adamant, and then Prankster stuff to do Prankster.
That's
things.
the thing. You could do Prankster because at worst you're going to Prankster Debon something.
Yeah.
So
the Shadow Sneak's not gonna get the kill. Because normally when people see Mega Bayonet, it's known for Prankster Debond. It's used to shut people down in the competitive game. People don't really like they as soon as they see it, they go, I have to play around this thing now. I have to figure out how I'm going to do this.
Is it better? Is it better to just be like, you know what, I'm on a roll right now, but it doesn't matter. Fuck it. Boom.
That's what I did the first time I saw it. I was like, I'm just going to keep slamming.
Well, I think you were either locked into Outrage at that point, or it didn't matter. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I think I made the bold choice because I used Z something to eliminate something. I was like, I don't even care. I'm just going to keep D-dancing up. No, it was the first thing I did.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to click Outrage because I don't care. I'll go down with it. Because that's the glory.
Yeah, because that's the thing. And also, if you get rid of it early, you don't have to worry about it later.
Because he willowed me, and then...
Just, fuck it!
Yeah. And then Shadow Claw came out of nowhere and almost killed me, and then my bones kind of tightened up a bit. I wasn't happy about that. So as an offensive threat, I wouldn't see it necessarily as like mid-game, but it did really well.
It cleaned up at the end. It did a lot of... Revenge killed about 3 of Gage's mons.
Yeah, it was the cause of death for 4 Pokemon.
There you go. Sure. And it didn't even debond.
And it didn't even debond.
It just ate I believe a Sacred Fire because Entei was at. I did like that Carbink did get Light Screen up early in the match, but he left it in against Doug Trio too, which wasn't great.
No. If it was one of those things where it's got one job, I'm just going to let it do it. I don't mind the 5 on...
Yeah, true.
The 5 on 6, like, that's one thing.
I mean, like, 8 turns of screens is not a lot in the grand scheme of things. It's got to be, like, if you're doing it for screens, it's got to be, like, late game.
Yeah, that's like, I need to protect what I got left.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily disagree with that mentality. I just don't think Carbink's a good mon. If you were fishing for fairies... Huh?
It's tier 5,
yeah.
So...
If you were fishing for fairies, okay, that's one thing.
It's good for screens. It is.
Yeah,
it's
but...
one of the better things that and again, you can't... Pokemon's claim to fame shouldn't be it's good at setting up screens.
Yeah, no. And I'm just going to throw this out there. There's a reason we haven't seen it yet, really. It's the first time we brought it out, right?
I believe so. This is the first time Carbink has been taken.
Yeah, and it's not like Kyle has like a super threatening dragon.
I don't really know.
So the only reason he brought it was for screens, so I don't disagree with that.
No, yeah, you're right, but it's just...
Could a Custap exploded or something? Something fun?
Its attack is like 30.
It's
not great.
I don't care. Whatever. It's Carbink... I don't know.
I
like how it's a grumpy old man in that movie.
Carbink in theory, I'd say. I like. Carbink in execution in that match could have done better.
Yeah. Could have used that spot for a better mon that could have done. Could have done more than just because... But hot damn...
Also, he lost his flying mons really early, which meant Gastrodon was able to hit Earth Power on basically everything.
And which brings me to
He did need those light screens. He did need those light screens, though.
Fun little thing about that Tug Trio. Haven't really seen much of that in too many of his matches.
Final Gambit, of course.
The final Gambit on
Hawlucha
was amazing. Amazing.
You know what I never got to run last season that I really wanted to? Final Gambit Victini.
Oh,
base 100
yeah,
is
put that in his
so
head
much
now.
better.
Right, that's great. Yeah, thanks.
You don't have to play him again.
Yeah, feed the
Sneaky,
player.
run Final Gambit on Victini.
I'll cry.
He's got to play me. I might have to deal with that shit.
Definitely do it. Take something down with it. Go 1 for 1.
Oh my god. Why did I mention that?
Have fun. Have fun with that. Anyways, back on topic here.
Gage also tried to Toxic Burn Pokemon, which we've all been there.
Yeah. He probably either expected a switch or wasn't thinking, you can't really fault it. Like, it's a fucked up turn. You screwed up on the turn, but
it didn't really amount to anything, at least. But
just the big,
losing a bit of momentum.
Big plays with big bayonet.
That's the big
with that big attack.
The big takeaway.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some trades and pickups.
Trades and pickups, guys.
Big
for
week.
All two of you watching.
Actually, a big week.
Yeah, for real.
So first off, we got Dan trading out Ditto, which is weird because I like that he waited until the very end because he did the James thing where James had Ditto one season and waited until the very end to get rid of it so nobody else could get it.
Yeah, which is amazing. So Dan gets much plus from Mario here.
Getting Ambipom.
I would never want to face anyone with Ditto ever again.
No, he hadn't brought it very much because I think everybody knows what Ditto is, but it's one of those things with sort of the way that
It's a great back pocket, man.
Oh, it is. And that's the problem, is you team build with Ditto appearing in mind, and then you just don't bring it, and that plays to your advantages.
Yeah, but you just I know this
It's a
person's
deterrent. It's a deterrent.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like, I can't set up all the time.
Right.
I can't bring a lot of setup kits, because then you get what happened to me, like in Season 1.
And he gets Ambipom, which gets him some speed, which is good.
Yeah.
And we talk a lot about... I know that I think it's Thomas likes Technician Ambipom, or Kyle did.
Both of which are good.
Both of which are good.
Good options. However...
Skill Link Ambipom also good.
Well, so good. And pickup is only good in doubles. So...
Is that how pickup works?
Oh, yeah. They changed it in like Gen 5 or 6.
What, it picks up a knocked off item or something?
Yeah, a knocked off item or someone who uses fling. So, fun fact for everybody at home watching this right now, and in like 3 years when they want to archive it. Let's see, you have Chinchino?
Yeah.
Chinchino and
Ambipom
as your leads. And so you have the Razor Claw is flinch?
King's Rock is flinch.
Well, there's 2 items that flinch. I believe one of them is King's Rock and one of them is the Razor Claw or the Razor Fang.
I think you're right, yeah.
And if you both have pickup on them and they're both like
do you just
max
fling
speed,
them?
you just both hit fling and they will pick up the other item because it was dropped, and pickup will proc, and then pickup will proc again. And you just keep repeating this process, and as long as nothing interrupts it by something else getting flung or knocked off or something along those lines of happening, as long as they are still able to pick up the other person's item and they both survive, it is infinite flinches.
Oh my god, that sounds like the worst thing ever.
It's the worst thing ever. As long as nothing outspeeds you. Like, a Mach Punch will obviously put a giant hole in this plan.
Right. You should do random doubles with that.
I might have to start doing that because it's hilarious.
Random doubles is awful though.
Yeah, it's
not
terrible.
random doubles, actual doubles.
Yeah, like competitive doubles.
Competitive doubles sucks, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's a lot of Mario getting frustrated and then winning with simple cling clang, hitting shift gear, getting a +4 speed and 2 attack, and gear grinding his way.
How'd you get simple cling clang? Oh, because
simple beam,
simple beam
Delcatty, or simple beam Zatu. A lot of the times, depending.
I remember you were doing the simple beam shit.
Oh yeah, you do it on Regigigas and you just slam power up punch on Regigigas, and then you just hit return and then you win. Anyways, getting off track. We only did one.
Only did the first one because we talked about.
I think you're not editing this.
Talked about Ambipom.
All right.
James dropping Charizard X after 1 week for Celesteela. He took the dive. He's just like, you know what? I actually do want Celesteela. Which Celesteela's been a mon I've been eyeing since it showed up. I think almost every one of my draft plans before every season is initially like, I'm taking Celesteela this season, and then I don't. And then I spent most of this season looking at it like, should I drop Blacephalon for Celesteela? Should I drop one of my other mons for Celesteela? No, couldn't do it because it's too good.
I'm finally happy to see Celesteela get in the hands of someone who's gonna run train.
Thomas used it okay. He missed the playoffs when he had it, but you know.
It wasn't an all-star. For, like, it's tier S, right?
Oh, yeah.
For a tier S, it didn't show that it was a tier S.
It is, though. It can be.
Well, we're about to find out.
No.
Next up, we have you and M1 doing a little trade here.
A little tradey trade. Get my boy Cryogonal back. I like Cryogonal a lot.
You do?
I do, because it's got the levitate, it's got the rapid spin.
Sneakily fast.
107, I think. Pretty
Sneaky fast.
And good special defense, like 120, 130 for...
I think it's 120.
And it gets recover if you want to do that sort of thing, but it's...
You want to be a little bulky boy.
One of the few good users of freeze dry as well.
Yeah, so be prepared for that.
Freeze dry. It's a thing. And also, I didn't think M1 would trade it to me because I was like, all I have is Jinx. And
he was probably like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, basically, it was just, he wanted a Pokemon with dry skin.
He's got the shades. He's got the shades.
he wanted a Pokemon with dry skin because he wanted to try. His words were he wanted to try more Mons with abilities like that. So.
Okay.
A dry skin's a good ability, though. I like it. So,
right, whatever.
if you need something to absorb some water, why not? You know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Maybe he's gonna be running rain. Who knows?
Oh.
But yeah. So Jinx went over to him. I got Cryogonal out of it. There was another two more trades actually, but it's kind of weird the way everything shook out with this. Me and Mitch traded. I wanted a better fighting type. Mm-hmm. Mitch needed a dark type. Mm-hmm. So I got Scrafty over to him, and he gave me Hitmonlee, which I'm very happy to get Hitmonlee because when I didn't think this trade would happen either. So a lot of my time before this was just like, should I get Passimian? What's left?
Oh, Passimian. Oh. However, Hitmonlee, one of my personal favorites, as I will always talk about.
Very good Mon. We talked about it. Me and James talked about a lot of the Unburden's a good set, and Scarf Reckless is a good set.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about Scarf Reckless like a year and a half ago. HJK procs Reckless, just saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't know that for a really long time, and I wish I knew that when I had it in like Season 3. But, oh my god, is it hilarious. It's so funny.
So be careful of that too.
And then if you unburden, as long as no one's really running, any ghost type,
you're pretty much you have knockoff for that too.
Yeah, you do. But like close combat, like as long as no one's running priority or something like that, like not really scared to lose the defense drops.
Not really, no.
No, not with base 120 attack.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
It's really hard for things to outspeed you.
I noticed that there are a lot of in Tier 4. There are a lot of Pokemon with like 120 attack that are fighting types. Excuse me. That are fighting types because, like I said, Passimian, I think same thing. It was basically Passimian, Sock, and Hitmonlee are all 120. I'm pretty sure, and all of them very well. I don't know about Hitmonchan. I feel like you want the variety there. Maybe an Assault Vest even, but
he's a great Assault Vest user.
But you want they're all very good Scarfers too, possible Scarfers. And
I've actually run Scarf Hitmonchan before. It's not bad.
Oh yeah,
it's like what 75 speed or something like that. Something.
They're all in that like 70 to 80 area too.
Yeah.
So that's why they're all very good. Just possible users of Scarves.
Yeah.
Then we had Mike dropping Noivern, who he never used for Dragalge here.
Sad. Noivern, fun, not great, just
not great, but
solid
fun.
dragon.
That's my problem with it too. It's fast and it doesn't have great special attack to kind of. It's got the 4x ice weakness, which is also a drag.
You're basically gonna be spexing. With it. Oh, that's fine. If you're not comfortable with that, that's fine. Dragalge, a little more tanky.
I like Dragalge a lot, actually.
Yeah, really good for Trick Room.
Oh yeah, because it's got like 45 speed.
Yeah,
and adaptability, which is one of the more hilarious.
It is a monster
of an ability.
Yeah, imagine Specs Draco from that.
No thanks.
No thanks. Better than a fairy. Oh wait, he's poison.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I love Poison Dragon as a typing too.
It is really good, and he looks kind of neat.
He looks neatish.
Scrope
looks weird, but Dragalge looks okay.
They're both okay.
We had Mitch making some big money moves.
Big moves.
Dropping Mega Steelix, going for the M-Dactyl here. I had Mega Aerodactyl last season. 150 speed is fucking blistering.
Yeah.
And Tough Claw's 135 attack is nothing to sneeze at, even though your best flying move is Wing Attack.
Still stab. Yeah, going from real slow to real fast.
Steelix wasn't doing a ton for him.
No.
Or he didn't bring... It's one of those things where... It's the same kind of thing that Kyle ran into last season, where Chansey and Alomomola are good enough that you really don't need a lot of other defensive options.
Too many cooks.
Exactly, because he had Slowking at one point. He dropped Tangela as well. Steelix was really good for physical defense, really good rock setter, but Chansey's a really good rock setter. Like, Too many cooks. You're right. And go to make Aerodactyl. Don't put U-turn on it. I made that mistake. Doesn't get U-turn.
Yeah. Just don't ever use the notepad. If you're unsure, check first. He also, so we were saying before, he dropped Tangela. Dropped Tangela for what I told him to grab.
Ursaring.
Ursaring.
Didn't James have Ursaring at the beginning of the season? I think he did.
I don't know. I like Ursaring a lot.
It's one of those ones that gets both guts and quick feet.
Yeah.
That's
poison.
That's one of the scarier things to go up against when, like, in a random battle, and the Ursaring comes in and it gets, like, the Flame Orb or the Toxic Orb or whatever, and you're just like, okay,
now what? Uh-oh.
Is it going to be the fast return or the return that's going to kill me?
The truck return. Let's see here. We also got Mitch dropping Armaldo for
Musharna, who he does not keep because
we'll
very next one here.
So Mitch, Joe, once again, making the big trades, making the big plays.
I don't know how I managed to get Mitch to do that. He was just like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Like, how... If somebody came to you, it's like, hey, you have some pickups. How about you use a pickup to get a Pokemon that I want so I can give you a Pokemon you want?
Bada bing, bada boom.
He gets Klinklang out of this. I liked Klinklang a lot. I'm sad that my biggest moment with Klinklang, other than this match with Rob, was running into fucking taking 59% from Rough Skin Rocky Helmet Garchomp.
Yeah.
That's rough. But Klinklang with Shift Gear is really good.
It's a monster.
And the calcs I was getting against Rob, I think Machamp was the only thing that wanted that.
Oh no.
Now you're doing it. Machamp was the only thing that wanted it. That wasn't going to be... Well, if I had Rocks out, it would have been an Oko anyway. So that was the other thing. I didn't get Rocks out.
Yeah.
With Rocks, one Shift Gear and a Gear Grind is going to run through a lot of shit. And you could probably put Magnetize on there to just be like, look, thinking Earthquake me, motherfucker. Whoop!
Just kidding.
I'm off the ground.
JK, LOL. Ha.
And I get Musharna out of it, which I need a Psychic type since Jinx was gone. Musharna is... on paper, to me, looking at it, shitty Cresselia.
Like Cresselia.
It's got better special attack than Cresselia, though.
Yeah, doesn't take much.
Yeah, Cresselia's got 75 special attack.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Musharna. I didn't like it when it first came out. I don't like it now. Waste my time.
It's slow. I wasn't going to take Duosion because I do love Reuni, but I've already got an Eviolite Mon. So... Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, if it works out, it works out.
That's the thing, and that's what I'm hoping to get some good stuff out of it with there.
Here's Joe.
Big moves. Big moves.
Big moves.
Feeny is gone. The number
forget about
the number 3 pick in the draft. Fuck off or 4 or whatever I was. Getting Ferrothorn. Surprised nobody has taken Ferrothorn.
Good man.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a little one note, but it doesn't need to be more than it is. Is the thing. It's gonna set hazards. It's going to switch in so you'll do Iron Barbs.
Yeah.
Or so it'll do Iron Barbs damage. It might hit a Power Whip every so often.
You never know.
But mostly, you're going to see Spikes and Rocks.
Yeah.
And that's what it's there for.
There's a reason it's OU, and Joe will show you.
With any luck.
With any luck. Also coming up here.
Hippowdon. Fuck off.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
For Excadrill, which was a suggestion by Manny, which I didn't really consider until he kind of brought that to the table here. Because I have Stoutland as Sandrush person. Excadrill is that, but better. Also more expensive, of course.
And there's a reason.
But he has utility outside of the sand too. You don't need to run the Sandrush set.
No.
And even then, you can run Scarf Sand Force if you wanted.
You really could.
You can run.
You can run on. You can get him in a good switch where you know the opponent's going to switch out. Set up a Swords Dance.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs.
Now he's scary.
What's stopping this? Even before that, he's scary.
Yeah.
And it's he could be like a Focus Sash lead with Rocks.
The most terrifying Pokemon to run up against in Gen 5.
Oh yeah.
When you were playing competitive OU. You saw a sand team, you're like, fuck.
Weather War's in full effect.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fun thing. Switching out Mega Sceptile for Mega Altaria. Because I like Mega Sceptile. It's one of those things where I don't know if I was using it exactly right, because the Leaf Storms are good, but again, Grass as an attacking type is really niche. And
it can be really good.
It can be really good. I don't know if it just wasn't hitting the right notes for me, but I wanted to go into One thing I really like about Mega Altaria is its stats are much closer to like a Mew.
Yeah.
So you can make it a bulky. So
yeah.
You can make it like bulky Heal Bell. You can make it Physical Dragon Dance. You can
do Special Hyper Voice.
Yeah, because it gets Pixelate. So there's a lot.
You can run Dragon Dance Giga Impact and watch the light leave someone's eyes.
Oh, Mario, you gave me such a good idea. Oh no!
Or Hyper Beam. Pick your poison. Yeah, you can click Dragon Dance.
It probably gets
and then click Hyper Beam.
The speed's good.
The speed
is better than nothing.
His special attack is like, look at this thing. Look at this thing.
They're all like 110 or something.
Yeah,
so it's
that's not
small. 110 attack, 110 defense, and 80 speed.
You can do whatever you want.
Exactly. So Mega Altaria, Dragon Fairy, a very interesting typing as well.
It's so great. I love it. Look, all of the resistances. Like, don't look at like the weaknesses. Just look at like.
Well, let's look at it.
One immunity.
The Dragon immunity still being there is nice. 7 resistances.
7 resistances. It's weak to 4 things.
Which, whatever.
And
a lot of T-Tar's weak to 6, so who gives a shit?
Yeah.
No 4 times weakness as well, which is very good.
No 4 times weakness, which is good rare for a dragon.
Yeah.
But you just a lot of it. Look at it again. A lot of it is like predominant. Like you see a lot of dark, you see a lot of water, you see a lot of fire, you see a lot of bug, a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
Fighting is in our league. Fighting is kind of the monster.
The only problem being it has the rocks weakness before it's transformed, which not great. You don't really want to switch it in on hits, but
gets access to.
Where are we going?
Gets roost.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's got sustain. It's got setup. It's got cleric, and it's got a mix. You could do one or the other.
It's a fucking Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know Rob had it.
Somebody had it last season.
Yeah,
I think
they did all right with it.
Yeah.
Not great, but
it can do work.
Yeah,
and I fully expect it to.
The stats as kind of lackluster as they may seem on paper, with the setup.
The thing is, until you use that first move, they don't know what. They how do you?
Another one.
It's one of those things.
What Altaria is
How are you gonna prepare for it? When it could be, you might be like, this calc's all right, cool. This, floor cannon from Magirna, let's say. This floor cannon is just gonna rip right through it, and then it's the bulky set, special defense, and it sits there and it eats the floor cannon, hits roost or something, and then suddenly you're at 0.5 special attack, and you're like, oh,
well,
ooh, and then Dragon Dance, and then ooh,
oh no,
ooh,
oh no, he just set up on me. Makes you know that 80 base speed is kind of scary.
Again, after a Dragon Dance, that's a Scarf, which means one Dragon Dance makes it faster than everything that's not Scarfed, I think.
Yeah, anything
Just
that's not 140.
Or Speed Deoxys.
Yeah, Electrode might be able to get around it.
Maybe.
Moving on.
Wow,
because we've been talking about this one for 20 minutes now.
And finally, my last pickup being moving Excadrill to be my Z Captain, because I like Volcanion with everything other than a Z move.
Oh no, yeah, that was just unfortunate that it had to be like that. But oh boy,
I could run a Z move on it, but I really don't want
to. Now
to.
It's like, hey, who's got the scarf? Excadrill or Volcanion?
That's another thing. I got a lot of mons that can be scarfs now too.
Where
you're looking at them and it's just like, what's going to be faster than me here?
I don't want to deal with that.
And finally, we got 2 pickups for yourself here. For you!
Dropping gorgeous Florges.
Oh, just smacking it down.
Yeah,
after that. Before the match, you told me you were dropping Florges.
Yeah, I wanted to drop Florges. For Alolan Persian.
Something
Garfield, man.
I pushed you towards.
Yeah, I just needed the points. But Alolan Persian is fun. It's an alright mon.
It has some. The thing is, you were going to drop it for just a tier 5. You were dumping Floor just for whatever.
Yeah,
for the points, and you
not a lot of room on my team,
and you might actually use Persian.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing.
And
about it.
Coming in, this is probably the second time I've done this. Probably not the last, because I love Starmie. One of my all-time faves. I know it's your
It's my favorite Pokemon. I've got a little Starmie
hanging
out. I don't know why you're grabbing it. Third shelf. Third shelf. There you go. Nobody can see this, but no. Mario just went over to my Starmie figure.
And I'm picking up Mega Slowbro this time, not just normal Slowbro.
Not just normal Slow. not just normal Slowbro. Mega Slowbro, defensive monster, of course.
Yeah. Great for Calm Minds.
It's okay. You can do what Manny can do with Audino, too, where you could switch it in before you Mega Evolve to just take a hit, and then
peace
you
out.
get out.
Yeah.
And you get to use Regenerator. So that's always good. You get the ability that prevents critical hits, which is
when I set up,
pretty okay. You
stop me.
Hit Iron Defense, and then it's just like, oh!
Yeah. Get a couple Calm Minds off.
There you go.
Scald Psychic. Scald Toxic.
That's all you really need.
Slack off. There's a reason. Like, it's one of those things where, like, personally, I like Slowbro better. But I needed a Mega, and Slowbro's a monster.
You want the bigger defense, yeah.
Yeah, or I could Beam Bolt with them.
Yeah, you can do weird shit with them. Really slow. 20? 20 base speed?
Guess what?
10?
I have Porygon.
Oh, that's right. Porygon 2. With the Trick Room.
With Trick Room. Uh-oh!
Oh, dear. All right, let's do top 5, bottom 5 first.
Mario's top 5. Ooh, bottom 5.
Because
there was a lot of bad mons.
For a second here, just something that would normally be cut here. Text Mitch real quick.
Yeah.
So, we have Mitch coming on. He's going to do a little bit of an interview.
Should I tell him to call me?
It'll be call through Discord, probably. So is how we'll do it. And then, hold it up to the phone like Mike's segment. We didn't tell Mike we were doing this live this week, so we can't put his segment in on here. I was supposed to record it yesterday, probably along with a normal interview for Mitch, but I was sick and lazy. So...
All right, I texted him.
All right,
so hopefully he gets back to us before this is done.
In time. I told him 8 o'clock and it's already 8:30, so...
Yeah, we did. How long is this so far?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say.
Right,
so
whatever.
Not until it's over. But
Chat.
Who cares? Anyway,
right, so.
Top 5, normally it's bottom 3. This week you were so disgusted with 5 Pokemon that you were so disgusted that you're going to hear the sound of me closing the door. That's how disgusted you were.
Oh my god, so disgusted. All right, so top 5 Mons that impressed.
No big Mons?
No big Mons. We saved that for earlier. All right, Mons that impressed. Top 5. Number 5, we have ourselves a little Doug Trio.
Doug Trio did some okay, so we talked about it. Did the final gambit.
Amazing.
Is the final gambit.
Oh, it was amazing. Oh, I loved it so much.
Doug Trio doesn't have a lot of HP, I don't think, either.
No, it doesn't.
Why the fuck would you run final gambit on it, dude?
For a final gambit. You need to get in. Keep in mind, you're super fast. Your base 120. Crazy fast. All of a sudden, someone comes in and is like fucking Hantula, whatever.
Halucha, yes.
Halucha, yeah. Comes in, it's like it's there to try to proc the Unburden. It's there because what is it? Sucker Punch is like the normal Doug Trio stuff. Sucker Punch is resistant. Stone Edge is like neutral. So you're looking at like 30-something, 40-something% damage.
And that's what it did.
Immune to Earthquake.
Right.
What comes in and says, hey, what reversal off of the
like Focus Sash
Focus Sash reversal, like even that's resisted. So now like Halucha comes in, thinks it's safe to set up, tries to go for the Unburdened setup, next thing you know, final gambit. It's like a shot between those baby blues.
Well, he hit Swords Dance actually, so he probably could have if he had the normal Halucha one, and I don't think he gets fake out, so is it Flying Gym Acrobatics normally? I thought a lot of times it's Citrus Berry too.
I think that's what I thought he was doing. I thought he was trying to just proc it. Like I said, he probably just didn't expect a move that could do that much damage to it. Like proc the Citrus Berry, get it back up. He probably ran the calcs prior. He's like, if he runs the Doug Trio, like Halucha's going to be safe as hell. And it was smart thinking on it because normally you don't see that kind of stuff coming.
No,
I've never heard of Doug Trio running final game. When you think about it, though, it's amazing because now you have this mon coming in to set up against him. It's like, no, you're not. Yeah, I know you're not bulky at all. You have no investment in that. Get out.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Who's your number 4, Mario?
Here, hold this.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks. All right, number 4, we have... Oh, God. Rampardos. It was amazing. Like, clawing his way back up after being buried.
He was...
The parting shot. The paralysis, no speed, no attack. He was like, I'm not giving up on you, man. Comes in with the crit. Down goes the setup Conkeldurr. Like, bypassed all of it. Just boop. Boop.
Honestly, this is the first time I think you've put a Mon from a losing team on here. And that's how impressed we should be with Rampardos here because...
He's supposed to be a big boy. Did big boy things. Whenever you don't think about that though, when you're sitting there and you go, okay, parting shot, paralysis. I'm just gonna keep either he's gonna switch, so he can get his attack back, or he's gonna get the paralysis. You never think, oh yeah, like crits go through bulk up.
Oh yeah, crits go through, and probably the attack lowering too. I would assume, right? I don't know how crits work. Do crits change with attack going down?
I want to say they don't, but I could be wrong on that because that was big damage.
Oh yeah, that was.
Conkeldurr is not a small,
physically defensive.
Yeah, like he's not a twig.
No,
he is a big beefy boy.
A lot of HP. Who's your number 3? Top 5.
Oh, right? Garchomp.
Oh, he did work.
I can't really recall. I don't remember seeing if it was like the rough skin Rocky helmet.
It wasn't Rough Skin Rocky helmet. It was he did dance, so it was probably something that might have been a berry, might have been something.
So we have
expert belt.
I know he likes the defensive Garchomp is awesome, and I love him. And I got one from someone who claims to be Bernie Sanders off the Global Trading Center.
Wow.
Yeah. So I love me some defensive Garchomp, and I use him in OU sometimes. But like the aggro, like the setup Garchomp. And no one really ever talks about setup Garchomp. It's always like Banded Chomp, Scarf Chomp, Rocky Chomp.
No, a Swords Dance is
Special Chomp.
Nightmare.
Yeah, you get a Swords Dance up. You have 102 speed. Anything less than that is going to die.
We saw it just cut through Weezing, a mon that was probably brought to design. I agree. I'm number one scarce. You probably did you make Weezing like fully defense invested to specifically try to take on Garchomp because you aren't going to get earthquaked there. Because I mean, just about everything's dying to +2 outrage. Like, no problem.
If you ain't like a crazy steel type or a fairy type, like you're dead.
Pretty much.
You're dead.
You're done, son.
You're done. You ain't outspeeding that.
Who's your number 2 best top 5?
Best play. Number 1 best play. As much as the Mon did work, it was the holder of the weapon, the holder of the sword, Alolan Marowak. The healing wish, getting right back up with the trick room, the call in the final turn with the
getting
flame
the kill
charge.
with flame charge.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, all of it.
The only problem being he's still very slow after a flame charge.
It doesn't matter.
It's like the time that Mike tried using Shell Smash with Torkoal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, times 240.
What's good? What's nothing times 2?
Yeah, anything times 2. Whatever. Yeah, but still though, like it was beast mode.
It didn't work.
Changed the whole tide after that huge loss. That is like losing Conkeldurr that way. And then Gardevoir, just like it's setting up. Like you're not using it for offensive presence. You're using it to set up. Like you're down 2 really scary mons, and then you got the setup off on the Marowak when it needed to happen, and then the Marowak just went, here's my momentum. Have fun stopping me.
And who is number 1 mon that impressed this week?
Mimikyu.
Mitch got... James was the one who brokered that trade.
Yeah.
And it was a very good thing for Mitch because we get to see... people have had Mimikyu. People have done decently well with Mimikyu. Not amazing, I'd say.
No.
This is the first... maybe not the first time, but one of the few times that we've seen Mimikyu really earn its stripes.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that the plays with like the focus sash are
the switch. Well, that's why he's OU.
Right.
Sure, Ghost Fairy is a great type. All the immunities, like 3 immunities and whatever. And Disguise is an awesome ability, as we saw why. But, like, it's not the eject button. It's not the red card. It's not the barrier or whatever. The item that really has him, like, shine is the Focus Sash. You send him in early. You hope that you clear out the hazards. You get him in there. Next thing you know, like, you're minimum +2.
Yeah.
Or you get the +1, start shadow sneaking through the team, and then you save that one hit like he did with the Focus Sash where, I can't hit this thing. Let me take the hit so that I can get this threat gone.
Right.
And if he did not have Sucker Punch, Mimikyu would have swept out.
Yeah, would have cut through the team because that's all at +4 at that point.
With that interesting, quote-unquote, Tech Latias Sucker Punch, if it wasn't for that, which I will probably never see that again from anyone else, he would have just ran through the entire team. It would have been over. It was...
Yeah.
If Sucker Punch didn't happen, it was over.
Yeah. And, again, he was aided in there by a Shadow Claw crit, but it definitely performed the most and was the big hero this week, I'd say.
Yeah. It went from everyone making fun of Mitch, everyone saying he's going to get +6.
Not everyone.
Almost every... Okay. Everyone
Manny being the voice of the podcast, I was not in agreement with him at +6, but...
You knew he was going to win.
I think I took him +4.
Upset.
So, yes.
It was the biggest
Technically,
upset.
yes, because I just want to go back to that real quick. I believe I did take Manny +4, so technically, combined, he was a +10 dog, which is, I don't think anybody's ever going to see that again, ever. So, we'll say +11, because you took Manny too, and that's, that's it. We'll just say, that's at least +1. So most people, most weeks, are like a 3-choice dog.
Yeah.
And this is 11. Yeah. So... I think we could say that short of... Because even then, Manny didn't think he was going to +6 Tyler the second time. So...
but he was fully confident that he was going to run train.
Fully confident. And again,
he brought a monster Gengar. Like, he probably thought, oh, here's what I'm going to do against all this shenanigans.
Parasol Gengar worked.
Yeah.
And, it
came in, did its thing, and then peaced out.
Yeah. And... So Mimikyu, gotta definitely hand it to him for pulling out very impressive things here. But let's not get too happy because you have the Mons that impressed. Let's talk about the Mons
that depressed.
Oh, I couldn't steal that line from you. I had to let you have that one.
All right, number 5. Carbink.
Again, like I said, Carbink in theory.
Yeah, I thought about it a little bit more. Like I said, if that's why it was brought. Then that
the screen that it did set helped in the match.
Yeah, but that spot could have been used. He's got 5 in use with that one. He's got 5 other Mons that he could have brought in. That would have been better.
That would have done a little more than Carbink. Oh, number 4. Meteor.
Just put Power Gem on it. Now you know. Next time, if there's the next time you decide to bring it or use it in the future.
He wanted to drop it at one point. I'm surprised I saw it. This was one of those things.
Well, it's so hard to get off, and when you finally get it off like that, you have the game in your hand, and then it just falls apart. It's a little disheartening.
That's the reason that you dropped it.
Because I could never get the setup off successfully. I would run all the calcs I could, and it was just like, this is never gonna work. This is never gonna work.
Number 3.
Red Steel.
Oh.
Counter
on a ghost type.
Just saying.
Hashtag give Red Steel scrappy.
Yeah. What's his ability? It's
clear body.
No. Yeah.
Clear body and light metal are its two.
Light metal. Yeah, get scrappy.
Light metal if you want to make your gyro balls less effective. Yeah. What the fuck is the point of light metal?
So when you take that resistant heavy slam, it doesn't do as much. It'll do more damage to you.
Number 2.
Low punny.
Oh.
Dude, come on. It's a beast. A really scary R34 beast.
Not only that, but we also forgot the fact that he did try to hit fake out the second time.
I'm assuming it was a misclick and he meant to say quick attack. I'm not, as shitty as that was, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt on this one.
Have you ever clicked fake out on the second turn before?
No.
My thoughts exactly. Number 1.
Clefable.
Everybody heard how angry you were about Clefable. If it wasn't so obvious, it was about 50 minutes ago at this point.
Yeah, just rewind to the beginning when I talk about how fucked that match was and how you handed Thomas that match on his level. You were probably like, you know what, Thomas? I feel bad that you have no wins at this point. Here's one for free.
This is one of those things where... And why not number 1? Because Clefable is that much fucking worse. I'm sorry, I'm 1.
Yeah. Sorry.
This is one of those things where something that I was concerned about going into my match against Rob. It's you feel bad enough that they have no wins. But in the back of your mind, you're like, I don't want to be the first win.
Yeah, I don't... Because what does that say about you?
not just that, but it's
I
like,
got you, Rob. Don't worry.
Rob, I love you, but it's one of those things where it's like I don't want to lose to Rob because that would almost be worse.
Yeah,
the fact that it's the first win.
That's like the one time when Tyler beat James.
Yes,
season 1.
Yes,
it's like Tyler's
season 2 actually.
Season
I think
2?
both season 1 and 2 actually.
Well, yeah, because James never went undefeated until I don't think he ever went undefeated.
He never went undefeated. No.
But yeah, it's just like you want to be the guy who loses to Tyler? It's like, do you want to be the guy who loses to Trevor? No one wants to be the guy who loses to Trevor unless you're like, oh, here's a pity win.
And that's why we made fun of Mike so much too that one time when he was Trevor's first win.
Yeah, and when he got by Mitch's first like big win. Yeah. with Slurp Up, we were just like, oh Mike, oh Mitch's first dub.
And so that's I don't think that's going to be a thing because I mean we can't do that with Thomas.
We still have 2 more segments.
Thomas won a championship, so
but that's why I wanted it. Tristan, you had one job. He would have been the only person to be undefeated in a season, and the only champion.
Unwinned in a season.
And the only person to ever go 0 wins. I'm pretty sure too.
He would have been.
Yeah. You goofed.
I
knocked me out of playoffs, man.
Call Mitch.
Me out of playoffs. It should have been me.
Call Mitch.
I wouldn't have got
Call Mitch. Call Mitch so we could do...
Call him on mobile or call him on...
call him on Discord.
Oh, okay. Well, it's going to be another 3 minutes before I get this up.
The fuck? I got a pad for time here?
Yeah, pad for time.
Alright, let's do Commish Picks then now, and we'll do Mitch's Commish Picks later.
Okay, you can do that then.
You chose... Yeah, I'll just say your stuff here. So...
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh?
I'm trying. I'm going to put him on video.
Oh, okay. for nobody to...
For nobody, except for me.
Is that you? Oh, you're looking at yourself. I didn't know that happened.
I'm trying to call him, but...
I think you did. Didn't you?
I didn't. It's not picking up.
Well, he's got to answer.
Keep padding for time.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ha-ha!
Wow. Oh.
Hello!
Mitch.
I better not be on video.
Yeah.
Mario's on video. I mean,
I'm on video.
We don't record anything by video.
No, it's like you're here.
Hold your phone near the mic, please.
Yeah, hold on. I'm moving it. We'll put on...
No, that's not speaker.
There we go. Oh, hi, Mark.
No. Mic's over here.
Well, where's my stuff?
Here, just set it right here. All right.
Denny.
Hello, Mitch.
Hi, Joe.
Hi. All right.
Hi,
so,
Mitch.
Mitch, we are here to give you a quick interview. I forgot to write down questions, even though I said I would. In regards to you had a big win this week. We gave you Mario just did a segment right now where like the top 5 mons that impressed him this week. Number 1 was Mimikyu. I gotta ask you rather, how do you feel about that win this week?
Oh, I gotta hear this.
I feel great. Give me 2 seconds to fix something.
We're live, pal.
Yeah, you know we're live, right? We have people watching right now.
There it goes. Okay, now you don't have the mic echo. Sweet.
All right.
I feel great. Who's watching this live?
Not you.
Wait, there's 10 of us?
Nick?
12 of us.
M1 and Sneaky, as far as I could tell, but they haven't said anything in a while. But
right.
Either way, I can't edit this after it's done. So,
good.
Tell me what was going.
Fuck you, Mike. See you throw that. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
What was going through your mind? Because we were all there. There
chaos.
Were many of us.
Pure chaos.
There were many of us. Go ahead.
Pure chaos. First thing on my mind was, Latios Rain Dance. His dad helped me with the team, the entire team. And the first thing was to get the Rain Dance off in the beginning. We didn't plan for Adeno to show up, or Gengar. And when I saw those two, I was like, okay, Adeno, no problem. Chansey, Gengar's a problem. I don't have an answer. I do, but I don't. I didn't plan for the answer. So, when I got the Rain Dance up, you guys were all like, just send it Armaldo. I'm like, no. I don't know, needs Chansey to solve it. So, I throw in my Chansey. He switches to Gengar. He mean looks me.
Oh, yes.
Or glares me, whatever it's called.
Mean look.
Glare. mean glare?
Mean look.
Mean look. The meanest look. And I was like, what's that mean? You all look at me like, really? I'm like, yeah, no, really, what the fuck does that mean? Well, that means I can't switch. Oh, that's Parashon he uses next. Oh. Well, bye, Chansey. It was nice having you out there for all of 5 seconds. And I figured it was over at that point because he's going to switch out and bait me into Parrish on Mean Look.
Well,
But that's not what happened.
I talked to Manny beforehand, and he brought that specifically for Chansey because that's something that Chansey doesn't bring moves that could hit Gengar, and that's exactly.
No, I couldn't hit Gengar at all.
Not even a little.
It was sad. I definitely could not hit Gengar at all. And that's why you see me throw out the seismic toss because, well, might as well hit something at this point. Can't soft blow my way out of it.
Right, exactly. And how did you feel after Chansey was gone, though? Like, what were your...
Scared. Pure fear. Pure fear incarnate.
Yeah, Manny was not having that situation happen to him again.
No. So, but you managed to pull ahead with when Mimikyu gets the Swords Dance up, he gives you another one, and then Registeel comes out, and you manage to basically get around it through the use of Shadow Claws here when he hits counter on you. So now his big defense boy is gone, and then it...
Yeah, the counterplay, that threw me off. I don't know. Maybe he brain farted? But I think that's what won me it. Because I think if he would have hit that, or hit something else to hit me, the sash wouldn't have been affected, and Digger's Beak would have killed me.
Yeah,
100%. 110%.
Would have ruined you.
Even if it just dropped Toxic or any kind of status, that was the complete game change right there. The minute he hit counter was the minute that he screwed himself with Mimikyu. Like, Mimikyu was going to get another, 2 kills instead of dying the next turn.
Right.
But on a real note, back to the Chansey thing. The ability for him to get the Stealth Rocks off did help in the long run. Because that gave me the chance to kill the Gengar after it got hit with Aqua Jet by Armaldo, the Ice Punch killed it. I don't think if the rocks were there or the Aqua Jet hit it, would it have been dead and it would have posed a bigger threat and it could have cost me the game.
I'd say that the fact that you got rocks, I mean, you had to do something with Chansey there when you were caught in Parrish Song, but the fact that
But
you...
that's the first thing I did, because his head drilled in
Oh,
my
yeah.
eyes.
Oh, yeah. No,
If you don't throw Stealth Rocks out with Chansey, the first thing he goes, I'm going to rip your dick off. And I was worried, so I definitely had to hit Stealth Rocks first.
No, and that's the thing, though, is that's the only kind of flaw in Manny's plan was you were still able to get Stealth Rocks out, and he didn't really... Like, he could have put Defog on Latias, maybe? He gave me his set, but I
wouldn't have had time to use it, though.
No, that's the thing. It's
he had no chance to use it.
You had to do everything it had to do.
Right.
Latias.
Yeah, that's... Latias. That's the only thing I think that's...
He had the Super Saiyan, I had the Legendary Super Saiyan.
Chansey...
But we all know the Legendary Super Saiyan is way more superior.
So even though Chansey was taken out of the match early, its influence was still felt throughout because of those rocks, and... you also got a crit Aqua Jet on Incineroar with Armaldo, who, all intents and purposes, didn't do what it needed to do in the match, but...
No.
I think the fact that it was there
to sweep his team, according to his dead, but it didn't have that chance. The rain dance didn't help.
The fact that it was there, I think, was such a big, unexpected left hook that, he wasn't prepared to see it.
Oh yeah, this whole team was out of left field. Besides the Mimikyu, the Alola and the Chansey, it was left
everything
field
else was
team.
a little wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was as derpy as can be, and I think that definitely went in my favor.
It threw him off, but I gotta say, it was a pretty great win. You got a win against Manny faster than I did, you motherfucker, but sometimes
Hey, where do we go?
Sometimes that's...
It's the underdog strikes again.
Yeah, we were saying that you had basically... You were picked against plus 11 because I picked Manny plus 4, Manny picked himself plus 6, and Mario picked Manny last week as well, so basically it was the biggest underdog victory in the history of the league. And we wanted to give you the spotlight for that because you deserve it.
Yeah, the spotlight. Listen, seriously, I messaged you, you know this, I wanted to give Manny to plus 6 because I wanted to screw Mike over as best I could. But you see, the problem was it didn't matter. And, I really went into this match thinking, you know what, I'm going to lose. I just need one more win to not be last place. Or guarantee my not last place spot.
And we didn't talk about that, actually.
I didn't expect it here. Let's just say that. I didn't expect it here. And now, and after you won your match, let's box Mike out of playoffs. That's the goal. No fire badge for Mike. He is not the fire guy. Manny, I'm with you here. Don't shadow ban me.
Yeah!
I was going to say, I forgot to mention that too, because Rob lost and Mitch won. Rob locked up last place. So
Yeah, he did.
Oh, guaranteed?
Sorry, Rob.
Guaranteed.
I was rooting for you.
everybody else in the Dunmore camp has at least 3 wins, and Rob has 0.
This time it's not counted anymore?
Well, no, because we split it up because the bracket shit that we were doing was too confusing. So it's just, there's a New York last place and there's a Dunmore last place, and that's it. So
Thanks, Rob.
we wanted to give you the spotlight so much here that we're going to actually let you choose Commish Picks this week as well.
What?
I forgot, you don't listen to this shit because you're an asshole.
Yeah, you got me there. I listened to my part. I listened when you guys talk shit about me.
The Commish...
So I don't suck as much.
Well, normally a lot of the shit talking about you comes in the Commish Picks too, so you gotta watch both parts.
Oh.
We talk about the next match.
Yeah.
I listened to the Commish Picks the one time, and everyone was like, Manny was like, yeah, Mitch, my boy, he's gonna win. And then I think I lost that game, or something.
Well, basically, we choose the battles for next week here. So
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
Like,
it's you. We're gonna
win.
Yeah, we're gonna see if you could choose who can win here. So
I got this. I'm great at picking things.
So me and Mario will go first, and then we'll ask for your opinion here. And you need to give a plus for all of them because it's a Conference Cup week too. So
Perfect. All right.
first off, it's Tristan versus Manny here. I have Manny +3. Tristan has been underperforming this season, and
Fucking Clefable.
Manny is going to bounce back, I think. So he's
definitely angry.
So I've got Manny +3.
And I also have Manny +3.
Who do you got in this
Manny
one?
+6.
Whoa! Holy
Easy.
fuck!
Supporting his boys.
Oh my god.
Fans, Manny.
He really doesn't want to get shadow banned.
Yeah, that's true.
Love you, Manny.
He's the best.
Next up, we got Garrison taking on M1 here. No offense to M1, I've basically lost faith. Well, I mean, Garrison's a good battler either way, but I don't expect him to M1 to kind of get over the hurdle that he's kind of created for himself here. So I have Garrison +2 on this one.
M1 got your back, bud. +2.
Oh my god.
Show me how good that low pony really is.
Being a better friend than I am.
Got you, fam.
Mitch, who do you got? Garrison versus M1.
M1 +3.
Okay,
Yeah!
alright, okay. Looks like I look like a real asshole.
Sometimes.
And M1 chooses himself +6. That's how you gotta do it. There we go. Perfect.
Gotta have faith.
The confidence.
Next up, we got Thomas taking on Mitch.
Okay, that's me.
Mitch, I got you +1 on this one.
And I have you +1 as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Thomas +5.
Yeah!
I was worried about Thomas, so I was facing Manny because I figured I was already gonna lose to Manny. Yeah, Thomas +5. I'm
Big
not giving him
plus.
+6. I gotta kill at least one thing.
Big
Definitely
plus.
Thomas. No faith in myself. Remember that thing I was talking about, that confidence? Yeah, not there.
And it's good.
You choose like Mario. Mario almost never chooses himself in the
Yeah,
commission.
this is the first time I've ever...
I've never chosen against myself.
I don't listen to it, so I didn't know. That's wow.
I'm just saying.
It is, man.
I'm just saying. Next up,
I'm trying to shoot for playoffs, but
it's
no
possible,
way.
actually. I mean,
Thomas
you
is
just
scary. He's 1-5, 1-6, but shit, dude, he knows what he's doing. So
he's got the badge on his team card that tells you everything. He's been to the dance.
Yeah, he's danced the dance.
Next up, we got James taking on Dan here. I've got James +3 on this one. Dan is a good battler. I don't think he can beat James, however.
James +4.
Oh my
it's gonna
God.
be it technically should be +6 though, but he's gonna suicide 2 Mons.
That's why I gave him +3.
Yeah,
Because I took him big before,
yeah.
and
You said +4.
he loves blowing up his shit.
yeah, Dan's good. He's a good battler. He fucked me up earlier this season, 6-0'd me, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, but Histed he knows his shit, so I'm gonna go Histed +3.
All right, very good.
Because the suicide plays are real.
Next up, we got Mike taking on Kyle here. What Why don't you go first then, Mitch?
Oh, man. Where do I start?
Where do
Mike,
I start?
we all hate you. Damn. Well, Kyle, +6.
Oh my god.
Don't disappoint me, Kyle. Counting on you. Knock Mike out of playoffs.
I gotta go with Mike because he's in my division, so I gotta... And I'd actually really like Mike to win. Mike, I got Mike +2 on this one.
Give it to my boys in Platinum. Going Kyle +2. Show them why we're the best division.
All right, very good. Next up, we got Rob taking on the boy Mario here, the man. Again, I have to go within my division. I chose you at first, but then I felt bad.
Yeah.
So I got Rob +1.
And I wanted to say Rob as well. Because #NoFaith, but I gave myself +2 because you never know. I might get a little cheesy.
Mario, you've been on a really, really big loss streak lately, as was myself until this
I won 2 weeks ago.
What?
I beat M1.
Have you lost the last, 4?
No!
We lose the last, 3 or 4 together.
We lost 3 total.
We get our dick kicked in. You're like, yeah, we get our dick kicked in. Am I wrong?
Yeah!
No, I'm not wrong. Rob +2. No offense, Mario.
Whatever, man.
But you know.
It's a win-win for me no matter what.
All right, we got Murphy taking on Gage here. If I want a shot at the top of the division, I need Gage to win, but I like the Conference Cup too much. I got Murphy +3.
Gage, easy. +3. The exact opposite, except realistic. No offense, Murphy.
That's going to be a good battle. It really is. Murph +1.
Ooh, all right. It's gonna go right there. I like that. So finally, we got myself, Joe, versus Sneaky. I've got myself +2 on this one because that team is scary. I don't like it. I don't like looking at it.
No. As someone who's played Sneaky, it is terrifying. And it's like stepping on a landmine and then deciding your fate. So Sneaky +2 because it might be his first time here, but his team is excellent and he did an amazing job drafting.
I mean, step on a landmine is the thing, but I don't know if you know, but if you step on a landmine, as long as you take your foot off the pressure switch, you're not going to blow up. Joe, I need you to box Mike out of the playoffs. Joe, +2.
All right, very good. So those are the commish picks here. Mitch, I thank you very much for joining us on this here. We're going to say goodbye to you now.
Thank you for having me. Yes, guys.
Yeah, take care, bud.
We're going to close things up, and then make sure you listen to the whole goddamn thing. How about?
Yeah, I was taking a
Hang up on him. Hang up on him! There we go.
Anyways.
I'm sorry, Mitch. I'm not sorry.
Sorry. It's not like he's going to hear this anyways.
All right, so now we've got here, as we go into Week 9, the penultimate week.
Oh, my God.
The final Conference Cup week.
Oh, my God.
Playoffs aren't going to be decided until Week 10, I don't think, but the landscape is going to be very different after this week here. So, I have to ask you, Mario, and I see the shit-eating grin on your face right now. Is this not the most, least, most, worst, best, important week of the season?
This is the most important week.
Oh my God, you swerved me!
Wrap it around it. No, real talk, though. Normally a joke, but for real, not for play. This is some serious shit.
Things are getting very important, and M1 and Sneaky also in the chat here. They know because you're in the league. That's how they know your name. Because everybody watches the battles, or at least
Actually,
they should
to be fair, we don't know his name. We just know Sneaky.
Well, whatever. I'm actually not sure I know Sneaky's name. I've seen it once. I don't remember what it is.
She can hear you. He's right there. Shh, edit this part out in our live Raw Dog.
Oh yeah, Raw Dog. It's been so long that I forgot about the joke at the beginning.
Raw Dog.
Raw Dog. All right, so I think that we will close things out here because it's taken long enough for Inside the PFL, Week 9 being the most important week of the season. Oh my God. Oh lordy.
Woof.
I am Joe.
I'm your soon-to-be new co-host, Mario. Official.
Oh my god.
Fucking Clefable, seriously.
Don't let Manny hear you.
That's fine. No one ever listens to this in the archive.
Everybody out there, enjoy your battles. Have fun.
Have fun.
Oh, let me play the outro music
Oh
now.
yeah, we forgot to do that. Big Mons.
Big Mons. Groove music is already open, and so it shouldn't take a million years here. What the fuck is the name of it? 7 outro. There we are. I should probably name these better.
Yeah. Like Big Mons.
Big Mons.
Fourth person.